Have you ever felt like something's just off with someone close to you? Maybe it's a friend, a family member, or even a partner. At first, everything seems fine. The words are kind, the actions are supportive, but underneath it all, you sense something darker. You can't put your finger on it, but deep down, you know something isn't right. The smiles are too quick, the words too smooth, and their presence almost suffocating. What if I told you that this discomfort, this quiet tension, might be more than just a feeling? What if there were clear signs that someone close to you isn't just upset with you, but that they're actively draining your energy, hiding their resentment behind a facade of politeness? Carl Jung once said, "Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to a better understanding of ourselves." So what can we learn when we start noticing these subtle signs? And more importantly, how can we protect our energy from those who might be unconsciously manipulating us? In today's video, we'll explore 8 unmistakable signs that someone close to you is secretly draining your energy. By the end, you might see certain relationships in a whole new light. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to downplay your needs? Maybe it's when you share something personal, a victory or a struggle, and instead of receiving support, you get a half-hearted, "that's nice," or a shift in the conversation. This isn't just about being busy or distracted, it's a sign of emotional unavailability. It's the subtle act of dismissing your emotions without saying the words. Jung understood the importance of connection, not just intellectually, but emotionally. If someone is constantly minimizing your needs, they might not just be busy. They could be shutting you down because your emotions make them uncomfortable. By dismissing you, they keep their own emotional world undisturbed, but at your expense. You might have noticed that there's someone in your life who seems to undermine you, not directly, but subtly. They don't outright oppose your success, but every time you try to make progress, something goes wrong. It's the person who forgot to tell you something important, or accidentally miscommunicates information that affects your outcome. It could be something as small as a delayed message, or as serious as forgetting an important detail at a crucial moment. But this behavior, if it happens consistently, can be more than just bad luck. It's a sign that they may not want to see you succeed. Jung suggested that when we are threatened by someone's growth, we may react by unconsciously trying to sabotage them. Their success becomes a mirror to their own inadequacies, and instead of lifting them up, they pull you down to avoid feeling smaller. Recognizing this pattern helps you understand who is truly supporting you and who is just pretending. This is the person who can't just celebrate your success, they need to top it. You tell them about a new achievement, and they immediately counter with a story of their own, one that's even better. It's as if they're silently competing with you, even though they might not admit it. This behavior stems from deep insecurity. Every time you share something positive, they feel the need to prove they're more successful or more accomplished. But this competition isn't about you. It's about their fear of not being enough. Jung's idea of the shadow reveals that those who feel inferior tend to project their unresolved emotions onto others. If someone close to you is always trying to one-up your victories, they're likely projecting their internal struggles onto you, turning every moment into an unconscious competition. You've been there, a challenging moment in your life, and you turn to someone close to you for support. But instead of receiving warmth, empathy, or even just a listening ear, you get empty words. "You'll be fine," "it's not a big deal," or worse, nothing at all. This kind of response is a red flag. It's not about the person being unable to help, it's about them choosing not to. Their lack of genuine support signals something deeper. They may not feel connected to you in a meaningful way. Jung spoke of the persona, the mask we wear to fit in. Some people wear a mask of kindness, but underneath, They're indifferent to your struggles because they are emotionally unavailable. They might act like they care, but in reality, they avoid the deeper emotional engagement required to truly be there for you. Some people disguise their control under the guise of concern. They tell you what to do, how to live, what's best for you, all for your own good, of course. At first, it seems helpful, but over time, it starts to feel like your every move is being dictated. What starts as advice soon becomes pressure. The person who once offered guidance now subtly forces their own beliefs and choices onto you, making you question your decisions and independence. Jung believed that this need to control others comes from deep insecurity. People who are unable to manage their own chaos will try to dominate others to avoid confronting their own fears. The more they control, the more they can avoid feeling out of control within themselves. Instead of confronting you directly, the person who harbors hidden hostility prefers to talk behind your back. They spread rumors, distort your words, or tell half-truths to others, creating a narrative that works in their favor. This behavior, often unnoticed, can severely damage your reputation. People who gossip about you are not just revealing their frustration, they are showing you how much power you've given them by not protecting your boundaries. Jung's concept of projection explains why this happens. The gossiper is projecting their own insecurities onto you, creating a distorted version of you in their mind that makes them feel better about themselves. There's a subtle cruelty in the cold response when you share your success. Instead of excitement or pride for you, they give a half-hearted, "Oh, that's nice," or simply change the subject. It's a sign that your achievement, instead of bringing them joy, brings them discomfort. Your success shines a light on what they haven't accomplished, and rather than celebrating your win, they feel threatened by it. This response is a reflection of internal conflict. Jung would say that those who cannot rejoice for you are struggling with their own unresolved feelings of inadequacy. Your success makes them face their own shortcomings, which is why they react with indifference or frustration. Body language speaks louder than words. Even when someone tries to hide their feelings, their body betrays them. A forced smile, a tense posture, avoiding eye contact. These are all signs that someone might not be as supportive as they seem. When you're around someone who harbors hidden resentment, their body language changes. You may notice small cues, like a stiffened posture or a change in tone when they respond to you. Jung believed that the body carries the emotions our minds try to suppress. If someone close to you is displaying these subtle signs, their unconscious mind is revealing what they're trying to hide. They are holding on to negative emotions, and you are the target. These 8 signs are not always obvious, but once you start noticing them, you'll begin to see the hidden dynamics at play in your relationships. Jung's work on the shadow teaches us that the more we become aware of these unconscious behaviors, both in ourselves and in others, the more we can protect our energy and reclaim our power. The truth is, there are people in our lives who may be draining us without us even realizing it. They wear the mask of friendship, of support, of care. But underneath, they are projecting their insecurities and frustrations onto us. By recognizing these signs, we can begin to set boundaries, stop reacting to their manipulations, and protect our emotional energy. So, the next time you sense something is off, trust your intuition. Pay attention to the signs, and remember, your energy is one of the most precious resources you have. Protect it, and only give it to those who truly deserve it.